Am I the asshole for replacing room keys for $2 to avoid a $250 fee in our housing units? I live in a housing unit, dorm just outside of our college. It's not affiliated and is run by a third-party company. It's a bit average, but it's a nice place to live and is a bit cheaper than living on campus. The problem is our room keys. We use cards with magnetic strips on the back, like you would find in a motel. Most of these cards are between 3 and 6 years old, and in terrible condition. When you move in, you get given cards from the last people in that room, and if you're lucky, you have minimal problems, but this is the minority more than the majority. If you want a replacement card for any reason, you are charged $250. Lost, damaged or just not working, it's $250. Most people just make sure they come and go during office hours so the RA can let them in if their card doesn't work, or people just share within a room as they might have one working card between 4 people. This doesn't really work for me, because I work until 4 a.m. most nights, so if my card doesn't work, I have to sleep in my car until someone can let me into the building at 8 a.m. Recently my card stopped working altogether, wouldn't swipe in at all. The office staff told me it would be $250, despite the card being around since the beginning of time, which is clear because you can't even read the name of the company that was once printed on it. No exceptions. Now this sucks, because I, like most people here, don't just have a spare $250 for a card. So I did a bit of research. A card with a mag stripe doesn't have a lot of security on it. So I purchased a $85 card reader writer from Amazon and had it sent to me overnight. The next day, I borrowed a roommate's card, and cloned it onto a new blank card. The machine came with 20, and it worked amazingly. Problem solved. Of course, my roommates heard about this, so I cloned all their broken, worn cards onto new ones and we just threw the old ones into the office drop box. This spread like wildfire, and when everyone started coming back after COVID restrictions, I was the go-to person for card replacements. I charged people $2 for the card, $1 to help me pay off the machine and $1 for the blank card, and then just threw the damaged cards in the office drop box as well. The building administration caught on after I had done about 50 cards and asked to speak with me. They gave me a massive lecture on how I was depriving them of much-needed income during a pandemic and that it was a security issue that I was cloning cards, and said I need to stop what I was doing and they will be the only people who can provide cards. I thought I was doing something good and helping out people who couldn't afford the replacement, but the lecture the administrators gave me got me thinking that I may be the asshole as they're pretty good to us otherwise. Not the asshole. The fact they are not replacing cards at the beginning of a lease and using card replacement as a form on income shows you are not the asshole. If they replaced the cards at the beginning of a lease and then had the replacement charge as a way to discourage loss or theft, then you would have been the asshole. $250 is robbery for magnetic cards. I'm no lawyer, but that doesn't even sound legal. Cards like that are supposed to be disposable and easily replaceable. You put it next to your phone, bam, dead. Next to a magnet in your wallet, boom, dead. Not the asshole, and you need to look into that more. You're still paying rent, right? Then they are making money. Pandemic my ass. NTA more like MVP. $250 to replace a card that didn't work to begin with. NTA, tell them you will stop, then clamp down on snitches. $250 for a mag strip card is extortion. I'd take that up with student affairs, and if that didn't work, the local newspaper. College students have enough to pay for without bullshit like that. I almost wonder if that's something you could sue for. They want to be the only distributors of something they want to be the only provider of, and charging a ridiculous price for it. Not the asshole. This place is ripping people off and they should actually be reported for this kind of practice. It costs almost nothing, make a new one. I would have done the same thing if I were you. Not the asshole. The policy sucks. If the key is damaged from normal wear and tear, then it should be replaced. I had analog keys that had to be copied at the hardware store. The only time I had to pay was when I lost it. I can understand the $250 if someone loses a card. Because they should rekey that room and replace all the keys for that room. You also just proved the cost of key replacement as a money-grubbing scheme and that the security in their building sucks. Not the asshole. $250 for a card replacement is extortion, and they basically admitted that they're just using it as a revenue stream. I could understand $50 to cover the administrative and time cost, and to serve as an incentive for people to not lose cards, if they were ensuring all cards worked at the start of the year. But they're being predatory as fuck. What you did was absolutely brilliant, though bear in mind that they probably could cause trouble for you if you were to carry on. I'd imagine it technically breaches various terms you've agreed to. They're assholes, but they've probably got the law on their side. So you'll need to either stop or keep doing it very secretively. It is really shady that the landlord is charging tenants for cards that are near the end of their expected lifetime rather than for situations where you lose the cards. Also shady is that they view this fee as a revenue stream rather than a mechanism to discourage tenants from losing their cards. That said, your card cloning operation is one hell of a security risk. Are you requiring ID before dispensing your cards? Are you checking to make sure the person actually is living in the complex for the foreseeable future? Do you have the ability to disable one of these cards if somebody loses it? Do you have liability insurance to cover you if somebody uses one of your clone keys to break into someone's dorm? Not the asshole. $250 is a rip-off. Not the asshole. Funny how they're wailing about being deprived of income during the pandemic, but the people living in the building have supposedly been untouched by said pandemic, are being called to pony up $250 to get a card which costs $1 to make. If I were you, I'd tell them you're all in the pandemic together, and if they want you to stop they can come to a compromise and stop gouging people and charge a fair price for replacement keycards, taking in equipment usage, resources and admin time into account. Not the asshole. Did they threaten legal action or eviction? If they didn't, then that should tell you something. Not the asshole. Normally I would say doing this is wrong, but the complex is the one failing here. They should be keeping everything in working order and not depending on kids and charging them for shitty equipment and not granting reasonable access to their own homes. I would bet it's not legal, so you found a good workaround. Just remember to use your power for good, as with great power comes great responsibility. Winking face. Not the asshole. They're obviously gouging on keys, which should probably be illegal. They're only giving you a lecture because you're messing up their scam. Not the asshole. Usually a card replacement is $50 at the very most because those swipe cards don't last. Even hotel room keys are free to throw out. Usually only proximity card costs money, thicker tap kind. If they weren't deeply price gouging, you wouldn't have had to make your own. Tell them to set reasonable prices or it will be someone else next time. Is this even legal? A key that does not give you access to your apartment is not a key, and the landlord is required to give you a key. I know it's allowed for a lost key, but if the key they provide you is defective, it should be on them to replace it. I'm sure there are loopholes, but honestly you might consider asking over at our legal advice. Not the asshole. The fact the school is depending on this type of revenue is deplorable and quite concerning. It is like they have built into their budget revenue from an expected number of students needing to replace damaged key cards, which is ridiculous since you don't get issued new ones in the first place. Be careful that this doesn't land you in some kind of danger of being expelled. If not, keep doing it. Not the asshole. They have a responsibility to provide working keys. What they are doing to providing defective keys and then asking the students to pay for a working key. Not the asshole. They're being extortionate, so they're the Why was everyone giving back their old key cards though? They never should have done that. They should have just kept them with them inside their room and just used the one they bought off of you. The school might get you into trouble if you make more key cards though. You could go to the legal subreddit and ask them about the legalities of what your school is doing with the high key card fees. Not the asshole. Seems like the admin is trying to make money off of things they know doesn't work. It would be a different story if everyone got new cards from the start and replacing them was a hassle or expensive. Your school admitted it was costing them income? Lol, come on. This school is the asshole, as if school books aren't enough of a scam. I can understand it would be a security issue, but if they exchange the old card with the working card, I don't see how it's an issue. Not the asshole, they are just gouging you for money. It is the leasing office's job to make sure the keys given to you work, and if you took them to court over it they would probably lose the case. Not the asshole, you could go to a hardware store and get a duplicate of a traditional metal keycut for the same price and it wouldn't be an issue. This goes for everyone, bleeding about it being a security issue as well. They're mad you muscled in on their extortion racket. Admin, sorry, if you want to access your room you need to buy a new card we refuse to just replace on principle. That be $250, you buys card reader, writer starts making new cards at heavily discounted price. Admin surprised Pikachu face. Not the asshole. The rules by which you live in the joint are laid out in the contract. If the contract doesn't say anything about it, then there is no rule against it and they have zero legitimate basis on which to complain to you. But regardless of any rules, not the asshole. They basically admitted it's, 'cause money, and basically a scam. I'm a self-absorbed, indignant ass person, but if you tried to lecture me on ruining your scam, you'd get it back x3. Not the asshole. They desperately need the money but really expect broke college students to have and not desperately need $250. Absolutely not the Not the asshole. Of course they're going to complain. Let them. They can't hand over half-functioning cards then complain when someone takes matters into their own hands. Not the asshole. For one reason. Depriving us of a source of income, access to the house that you pay for access should not be a source of income. 2 weeks ago I broke my key and texted my landlord. He came by the next day and dropped off a replacement. I offered to cover the cost of the key cut and he said it's no issue, it's a basic right. Your rental company found a way to take advantage of its tenants, and you've since found a way to circumvent that. As long as it's not illegal, keep doing it and tell them to shove it. If they pull the same shit, tell them it's scummy to essentially lock paying tenants out of their apartments and hold them ransom for money during a pandemic, while hiding behind that same pandemic to try and get the money. Not the asshole at all, but as they could try to charge you extra money for stuff when you leave you should probably stop or at least say to people not to mention it. Not the asshole, the fact is they're knowingly overcharging people for replacement cards. Also the fact that they're not giving people new cards at the beginning of the new year is an asshole move, knowing the condition the current ones are in. Not the asshole. They are mad because they were scamming you guys and now they can't anymore. $250 is almost my full rent, laughing my ass off. Not the asshole. What do they expect? Might as well take that $250 and your current rent and get a luxury apartment. If it's not in the lease they can't stop you. Keep doing it. They might not let you renew at the end of your contract though. So worry about that. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Good on you for finding a solution, learning how to put things into motion and helping your fellow students. If the housing unit charged a reasonable rate for replacements, say even $10 to $20, they wouldn't be in this situation. Having a working key to get into a place you're paying for should be a basic renter's right. If you were renting a property and the door lock broke, it would be the landlord's responsibility to replace and rekey the lock. This shouldn't be any different. They're taking advantage of students. You're not an but what you're doing is a pretty big security risk and you could possibly get into legal trouble. If their income model is based off of providing shoddy cards and charging to replace them, that's really unethical. But again, cloning cards for other people could potentially get you in legal trouble. I would lie low for a while. Wow. You do people a favor by selling them a key card at a $248 discount and they repay you by snitching on you. If the administration company get heavy, then hand the device to a trusted friend who lives outside the complex and let them run the service. The administrators won't have anything over them to make them stop. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, but you should just hold onto the old cards. Giving them back to the office will clearly tell them what's going on. So you're doing good things, just not in a smart way. Not the asshole. Charging $250 to replace a required item that management is willfully not maintaining is price gouging that needs to be reported as fraud, and you did nothing wrong. It's management's job to run the business efficiently, but to also meet all their responsibilities. By them gouging residents, they failed in their duty, relieving you of any responsibility to follow their rules in your quest to build a better mousetrap. Not the asshole, they need the money? Do they not understand that $250 is more than most people's savings accounts are? NTA. They're giving you shitty cards. Instead of going above their heads somehow and forcing them to change their policy, you're compromising everyone's safety by creating your own. Not only that, you're selling them. Not the asshole, and $250. My campus replaced cards for $5. That's utterly ridiculous and blatant theft. Not the asshole, and you should have been charging at least $10. This one is kinda hard. Yeah, the letting agency is shitty for charging $250 for a card that cost less than $1 plus the 30 seconds it takes to write a new one. If the administration is struggling for money, then they should up the rents or something. However, they have a point on the fact it's a security issue. If someone is robbed or assaulted and it turns out it was one of your cloned cards that let them in, you could be in for a world of pain. I'm going to say but like 80% building admins, 20% op. Not the asshole, not even close. They're taking advantage of students with little money. I work in university housing, clearly at another university. We charge $75 to replace lost keys. If your key doesn't work and you have it with you, we replace it free. That is on us, not you. We also charge $25 for lockouts so students don't use us instead of their key. While I think you were wrong for buying the encoding machine and making cards for everyone, the school is wrong for charging students for normal wear on cards. Not the asshole. If they're too cheap to replace worn cards that are failing due to normal wear and tear, then this is a legit response. $250 is a reasonable cost for replacing a lost card and reprogramming the lock so that the old card doesn't work anymore. If the card is still in hand, this is something that should be done for free by the folks running the building, just like replacing a leaky roof. Low coercivity magstrips can get fucked. Tell the building administrators that you've stopped, but that because you've already told everybody about the $80 machine that does the same thing, you doubt they'll ever see people pay $250 again. Then just keep doing what you're doing. Not the asshole. If there was anything legal about what they are doing, they would threaten you with eviction or legal action. Fuck them and their stern talking to. Fuck 'em. Not the asshole. Offer them your services as a building's security consultant.